So today's topic is sorting of complex object using comparator. So before that, I would like to revise that selection sort code. So what I'll do is I'll do screen sharing and I'll write the code here. So yes. So let me delete this unwanted code. So let's imagine I have one integer type AR. Okay. We have 5, 4, like this. Okay. Now, how to do selection sort here? So for loop, int I should start from 0. I is less than AR dot length. Okay, AR dot length minus 1, not required. I have told you, right? I plus plus. Actually, the code is -1, but you don't have to write that. But for loop, int j should start from I plus 1. Okay, j is less than AR dot length j plus plus. Okay. So what's the code here, right? So watch here. Okay, this concept is important. That's why I'm teaching you. Okay, that's why I'm revising here. This concept, that is, if okay. So when we have to sort, imagine the number is like this, right? Imagine there are only two numbers. Imagine there are only two numbers. Is this sorted? Is this sorted? This is not sorted, right? Why? Because here, okay, first number, okay. So why it is not sorted? Because the first number, okay, because the first number is greater than the second number. That is why, okay, it is not sorted. So what do we have to do? What you have to do is, if the first number, if it is greater than the second number, as in this case, we have to swap them, right? So when do you have to swap? You have to swap them only when the first number is greater than the second number. So once I swap it, don't you think my output will be 4, 5? Yes. So we have sorted, right? So we have sorted. If you have to sort, what you have to check? You have to check the condition that if the first number is greater than the second number, if the first number is greater than the second number, then you have to swap. Now I want you to understand that this logic will make it in sorted order in the ascending order. Agree or not? It will make it in the ascending order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will make it in ascending order. So don't forget that. Okay. It will make it in ascending order. So this is the trick we have used, and we also know that I is always before j. You see the code here. See, I is 0, right? But don't you think j is always I plus 1? So j is always greater than I. J is always after I. So the first number is always I. That is why, okay, what the code we have written previously some months back is, if the first AR of I, the first number, if it is greater than the second number AR of j. Okay. So if AR of I, if it is greater than AR of j, which means, okay, if the first number, I will annotate, if the first number is it greater than the second number, that is what we are seeing. Okay. So if it is greater, I have to swap. So we have to take logic for swap. So to swap, what type variable it is? Integer type variable. So integer type t is equals to AR of I. Okay, AR of I equals to AR of j. Then AR of j equals to t. Okay, this is the code. After swapping, I want to display the array elements. To display, I don't have to write a for loop. I can use the inbuilt method array dot toString. So system, okay, system dot out dot println. Okay, what I'll tell is arrays dot toString. Okay, which array? Array AR. So I have sorted the array AR and I want to print the array AR. Yes. So before that, before executing this, I want everyone to take this screenshot. If you want, you have 5 seconds to take this screenshot. So yes, I hope you have taken the screenshot. So I will clear all this. Okay. Now, so let's see what's the output. Since I'm using arrays.toString, I have to import arrays. I will import arrays. Import let's see. Simple selection sort I have done that. So that logic you should not forget. Okay, that's for ascending order only. Okay, fine. See, we got in sorted order. Okay, we have already seen this. So one thing what you have to like notice here is, because by default people will not notice this. Okay, so we can change the condition here as we want. For example, if so, what is the logic here? If the first number, okay, I will undo this. If the first number, if it is greater than the second number, okay. So if this is greater, then I have to swap. Okay. Now this can be returned as how, the new equation I can do it as like this. Don't think if the first number is greater, maybe let's imagine first number is 10 and the second number is maybe 3. Don't think 10 is greater than 3? Yes. So first number is greater than the second number. If first number is greater than second number, then first number minus the second number, don't you think that is greater than 0? Yes. What I want you to understand, okay? This is what I want you to understand. See, if first number is greater than second number, it means that first number minus second number will be greater than 0. See, 10, okay, 10, first number minus second number, 10 minus 3, don't think that is greater than 0? Yes. So this is also one of the equations which we can write. So what I'll do here is, I'll change this equation, okay? I'll change the equation to like this, watch here. First number minus second number should be greater than 0, okay? So I'll compile and execute. Let's see whether we'll get the same output or not. So mathematically, we should get the same output. Let's see, we have got the same output because it's all maths here. Okay, so this is what I want you to understand. Okay, so if the result of first number minus second number. So before that, first take this screenshot. I'll give you 5 seconds. Take this screenshot. Okay. There are people who are joining late and late again to the classes. Because this is the first day today, the timing was not clear. So there will be a problem. That's why today's video I'll upload in YouTube. Okay, but from tomorrow I can't upload because uploading is a huge task. So from tomorrow, please be on time. Okay, and those who can't attend the classes because of internet problem, you can attend my classes in the offline. Okay, once you come to Bangalore. Okay. So this is what you have understood now. Okay, this concept. Now I will clear this. I will clear. Okay. Okay. So let's understand one more concept here. So what is the first number, right? If the first number, okay, is the fifth. Let's say it is 5. Second number, okay, is a 10. Always remember, if I do, always you have to do first number minus second number only. Always we have to do first number minus second number. First number minus second number. What is the first number now? 5. Second number 10. Okay. What is 5 minus 10? Minus 5. Okay. So here I will get the answer as minus 5. Is minus 5 greater than 0? No. So the condition is false. Okay. Am I swapping? No, I'm not swapping. That's what, because see, first number and second number are in their proper position, right? 5 is in ascending order, 10 is in 5 and 10 are in ascending order. 5 should come first, 10 should come second only. Yes, so it is correct here. That is why we are not swapping anything. Okay, I hope you are noticing here. The first number minus second number, 5 minus 10 is there, right? 5 minus 10. 5 minus 10 is minus 5. Is minus 5 greater than 0? No, we are not swapping. Okay, so I will undo this. So when we have to swap, is when we execute this condition. Imagine the first number here, is 5 and second number is 4, right? First number is 5, second number is 4. What is 5 minus 4? 5 minus 4 is 1. Is 1 greater than 0? Yes, 1 is greater than 0. So we are swapping that. Okay. So I hope you have understood here that one more way to write the selection sort. This is very important for comparator. Okay. Now I'm talking all of this. I'm talking all of this for what here? I'm talking all of this for ascending order, not for descending order. Okay, it's for ascending order. Okay. So let me go for the question, the original question, that is using comparator. Okay. So one of the HackerRank question is here. Okay. One of the HackerRank question is here. I will show you that. See, this is the HackerRank question. Okay. Sorting using comparator. Okay, sorting comparator. So this is the question. You can see on YouTube later. So before I start to explain this topic, okay, can you guys text me whether my audio, video are clear or not? Clear? Okay. Okay. Fine. So what is this question here? Because these kind of questions, you'll get it regularly. Okay. You'll get these kind of questions regularly in the hacker rank questions or in any interview. So that is why sorting using comparator is easy, but difficult to understand in the beginning. Okay. You have to practice, then only you can understand it. Okay. How to do it using comparator, we'll see. So first we'll take the story here. What's the story? What we have to do? We'll see. Okay. So let me open this whiteboard. So what is the story? I will tell. We'll see. So there is one person. Okay, there is one person. Okay, whose name is Rama. Name is Rama, and his age. Okay, his age is 25. There is one more person. Okay, let's say Abhi, A-B-H-I, Abhi, his name is Abhi. And of course, it's lowercase, okay? Right now, let's consider lowercase. His age is, maybe 18. His age is 18. Then there is one girl, maybe Sita, like this. Her age is maybe, 20, like this. Then we have Vicky, okay? We have Vicky here, whose age is 3, okay? Let's imagine these are our 4 people. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to sort them in the ascending order of their age. Okay. We have to sort them in the ascending order of their age, which means this is the question, right? The answer should be like this. First, who should come? The age 3, ascending order of their age. So that age 3 is Vicky. Okay. Then the next comes is 18 age, that is Abhi. Okay. Then the next person who will come is the 20 age, that is Sita. Then the next person who will come is 25, that is Rama. See, so I hope you understood what is the input and what is the output, right? So this is what we have to do. Okay. So we have to sort them based on what? Based on their ages. Okay. But the question is not so simple because they will not give this object for you. You have to create the object. What they will do is they will give you 2 arrays. Okay, they will give you 2 arrays. That is the first array. Okay, array str will be like this. Okay, str will be Rama and double quotes, of course. I'll not write double quotes. Then Abhi, then Sita. Okay, then the last array input will be Vicky. So like this, they'll give one array of string. Okay, then they'll give separate array of integer. 2 separate array they will give. So here it is 25, and here it is 18, here it is 20, and here it is 3. So see, what we have to do is, as soon as they give us this array, we have to link them. Okay, we have to link them like this. We have to link them, and this link should never be broken. Okay, this link should never be broken. Because what we are going to do now is you are going to sort this array, right? We are going to sort based on what? Based on the number, not based on the name. If you are sorting based on the number, what should happen is when your number changes, the link along with it, that also should change, right? When you're sorting a number, the link also should change. And I have taught you in the class how to do it without using comparator, right? But now we have to use comparator. That is why what we'll do is we will bind them together. Okay, there are 2 data. These 2 data, we will bind them together. Okay, that is what we will be doing now. So how to do it? What we'll do is I'll create an object and I'll bind and I will bind. These 2 binding I will do. Okay, so if I'm creating object, what type of object I have to create? Maybe now I'll create the object of the type student. Okay. So now before I go to the next screen, I want you to take this screenshot. 5 seconds you have. Okay, I hope you have taken the screenshot. So let's see. Okay, I will clear this. So if I'm going to bind, you know, how should I bind them? There is a name, there is a age. So I have to create one class, okay, class called as student. You have to create a class called as student. In this class student, there is a name, okay. So there is a name. So string type, okay, I have to create a string type name, right? I'll leave it as empty because it's not me who will go to enter. I have to give the name from an array. That's why I'll keep it empty here. Then there is age, integer type age. You know, I'll keep it like this. So let me, you know, put one line here. Let me put one line. Okay. So just a minute. I have got a WhatsApp message. Let me check it into it. Okay. So there is no important messages. Okay. Fine. So class student is there. In that there is name. There is int age. Right. I will stop it here. But what is the best practice is to create a constructor also. Why constructor? I have already told in the class, you know, if you don't give constructor separate, in the separate line you have to give the name, in the separate line you have to give the age. This separate code will not do. When you're creating the object using constructor, you know, new keyword, when you're using new keyword, that time only I will assign the name and the age, so that, you know, that object can immediately get the properties. That's why I'll use a constructor here. And to use the constructor, it is the same name of the class. So student, I have to write. So student, this constructor, you know, it accepts a parameterized constructor, right? So it accepts two things. That is, it's going to get one string type name. Okay. Then I'll put a comma. Then it's going to get integer type age. Two things it's going to get. So I hope you know what's the shadow. There will be a shadowing problem here. Okay. Why? Because the those who don't know about shadowing problem, please attend my tomorrow's class 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. I'm going to do an online class for a new batch. There I'll be explaining about maybe shadowing problem. I don't know. I will confirm it by today that when I'm going to do that. Okay. So this constructor accepts two parameters. One is name, one is age. So what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to tell that whenever someone gives you name, okay, from the constructor, that you assign to name, okay. But there is a problem here, because which name? Because this class has two names now. This class has a name with this instance variable, and it has a name of a local variable. I have to tell from a local variable, okay, give it to the instance variable. That's what I have to tell. And how to do that? I can do that, you know, by telling the keyword called as this. So this dot name I have to tell. So what we are doing here is we are giving the value from a local variable, okay, to a instance variable. So if you want to point to the instance variable, you have to use this keyword. Okay, that's only the concept. If you understood now, then you don't have to attend tomorrow's class for 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I should not stop here only, because I have to give an age also. I'll tell the age value from a local variable. You have to give it to the age of the instance variable. So when I have to tell age, I have to tell this dot age. So that's it. You know, I'll close this constructor and I'll close the class also. My class student is done. Okay. So I hope you have understood what you have to do. You know, this is what you have to create. This class you have to create. Now, what we have to write in the main method? Okay, what we have to write? Watch here. Imagine this is my main method, right? So public static void main string of args, and I have string type str. I have string type str. The string type array is, okay. Maybe I will, maybe I'll name it like this. I'll assign it here. So first one was Rama. Then is Sita. It's okay. The number can be anyhow. The name can be anyhow now. So let's say Vicky. And the last one, okay, is Abhi. Okay, last one is Abhi. Let's write the indexes also. So index is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we have one more array, integer type array. So integer type AR. Okay. So the array, let me tell integer type age, yes, age will be the better name for it, age. So there are ages here. Let me give a random age here. That is, Abhi will have age 25. Okay. Then Vicky will have age 3, Sita will have age 18, and this will have age 20. Rama will have age 20. Okay. So indexes also have to give. Okay. Index is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So everything is ready now. Now how do I bind these two together, right? That's the question. Remember, see, you have to practice this, okay? To bind, what I'll do is definitely I have to take str of 0. I have to take age of 0, okay? Age of 0 I have to take, str of 0 I have to take, and I have to give to the constructor, right? I have to give to the constructor. So what I have to be writing actually is I have to tell new keyword. Then there is a constructor. What's the constructor name? Student. Okay. And for the student, inside the constructor, see, inside the constructor, what's the first parameter? String type parameter. So I have to pass here str of 0. Okay. Then I have to pass age of 0. So this is what you have to pass in the constructor. As soon as you write a new keyword, a new object is created. Student. Okay. So what will happen is now two fields are getting created. Str of 0 is given to the first field. Str of 0 is Rama. Now Rama and age of 0 is 20. So Rama and 20 are binded now. Okay. They are binded together. But don't you think this new object, this reference should be given somewhere, right? This reference should be given somewhere because I don't know how much such objects I have to create. Now, don't you think I have to create, one object, 2 object, 3 and 4 binding I have to do? I have to do 4 binding, okay? Don't you think that 4 is dependent on the length of the array age or length of the array str, either length of the array str or length of the array age? Because how much names are there, those many binding we have to do. Okay, those many binding we have to do. So that is why what we have to do is, see, I can't tell, give to the variable a. I can't tell a because I have binded one time, right? Now I have to bind second time. So can I tell again new student of str of 1? Okay, maybe I will write it, why to run this concept. Let me do it in a slow manner. Watch here. So this will be really hectic because as soon as I tell new keyword, what should happen? Its reference should be stored somewhere. So watch here. What will happen? There is a problem here. You guys have to message. You just have to chat me. You have tell me what is the solution to overcome this problem. So actually now what I'm facing is I am going out of variable names. Okay, my scope is going out of variable names. So how to say variable names? That you have to text me now. So definitely, if I have to bind the second one, I have to tell new student here it should be T. Okay, I have to tell bind the second. Yes, guys, it has been reconnected. Now, can you guys text me that it is audible and visible? If it is audible and visible, can you guys text me? Yes. So you're able to hear me? Yes. Okay, all is good. So can you tell me what's the last topic you heard from me? What's the last topic? What was the last topic? Okay, everything is gone, right? Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay. So I'll be telling. So what happened is I initialized, I have told like this. Okay, that is I told new keyword. Let me clear it. I told new, and I told I want to create student type object, and I was trying to bind str of 0 with age of 0. So I have to bind them. I have to give it to the constructor. So str of 0, comma age of 0. Okay. So yes, I have binded them. Now new object is created. Don't you think I have to give it to the a of what type? of student type, because address of student object should be stored in the reference of the type student only. So student, this is what I have to write. Now I will write student. Okay, I will write student B. Just a minute more. Okay. Student B, and again I will tell to bind a second object. I have to tell new student. Okay, new student str of 1, comma age of 1. I hope you are able to understand what's going on here. Now I have binded the second object and I have given to B. Now I have to bind the third object. So I have to tell new student. Okay, student. Okay, of str of 2 with age of 2. Okay. Now, don't you think there is a problem here? Because now there are only 4 names. That is why I will stop with str3. But what if there are 100 names, right? What if there are 100 names? Can I write and give it to A, B, C, D, Z, A, Z, A, A, B, A, C, A, D, A, D? No, we can't do like that, right? That is why when you have to store multiple values in multiple variables, arrays we have to create. Okay, I hope you are understanding now. You have to create arrays. Okay, so what you have to do is, watch here. Okay, I will make this. Yes, how to create array? How to create array is you have to tell a new keyword. Okay, new keyword. Why is it to store integer type of data? Because if you are creating integer type array, you are creating like this, right? New int of AR, and you are telling int. So this is the way to create, integer type array. Remember? But I am not going to create integer type array now. Okay. What I want to create is, I will tell like this. I will tell new keyword first. Let me change the color. I will tell new. J will ask, hey, why you called me? I will tell I want to store not integer type data, not string type data, but student type data. Okay. I want to store. Sorry, some spelling. Student. Okay. Okay. Student type data. I want to store student type data. It will ask now, okay, how many data you want to store, right? How many data you want to store? I know that right now it is 4, but I should not hard code this 4. But that 4 is nothing but length of the array, right? Either str or age. Because if there are 5 names, there are 5 age. Both are same. So instead of writing the 4 explicitly, what we'll do is we'll let the program to run dynamically by telling age dot length. Okay, so what's the length of the array age? That length I want the student binding to happen. So what will happen now? Now what will happen is one new array is created. Watch here, a new array is created like this. Okay, length of that is 4. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. This is what will happen. Now do the thing again. As soon as I told new, I have to store its reference somewhere. So now I'll be storing the reference in the variable. Okay, let me name it as binding. Okay, in the variable binding. Okay, I'll undo this binding. I'll store it here. Now this binding is one array type, one-dimensional array. So I have to mention that one-dimensional array here. Now what type binding it is? What type array it is? Is it integer type array? No, it is a student type array. Right? It is a student type array. Simple concept it is. Okay. So if it is an integer here, see, you have to tell left side is also integer, right side is also integer only, right? If it is student type, left side is student and right side is also student. So this is what you have to create. Okay. Now if you do like that, now what happened? Now you created an array to store what? To store student type object. Okay. You have created one array to store student type object. Yes. Now watch here. What I will do is, watch here. I will remove this. Okay. I will remove this because I should not store it in A type, right? I should not store it in A type. Now, and I should not store it in B because variables I should not assign it like that. Okay. Now watch here what I will do. So don't you think here you are seeing 0 and 0, right? Then you are seeing 1 and 1. Then you are seeing 2 and 2. Now do you think that we can write it as I here? Okay, we can write it as I. Okay, we'll write it later. Now we'll understand. If you created a new object, okay, if you created a new object, okay, let me erase this also. Okay. So let's make it neat. Yeah. Okay. So now let's see. Okay, we are executing this line now. Okay, we are executing this line, As soon as you execute that line, what has happened? What has happened is a new object is created. Let me increase this. A new object is created. Create the object in a more below. Yeah, we'll create it here a more neat manner. I have created an object because I told new keyword, right? So it has str of 0 and age of 0. That is, maybe it has Rama and it has an age maybe 25 or 20. Okay, we'll keep it there. Now, don't you think its reference should be stored here actually? Yeah, right. Its reference should be stored here. So this is nothing but what's the array name here? Array name is binding. Okay, array name is binding. So I have to tell store this in binding of 0. This is what I have to tell, right? Then again you are telling new keyword. So I'm again creating a new object, and this time I'm storing str of 1 and age of 1. str of 1 is maybe wiki. I don't know. I'm just telling. And age of 1 is 3. That address where I have to store? I have to store this address here, right? I have to store this address here. So that index is 1. So in binding of 1, I have to store this, So in binding of 1, I have to store this. So I hope, you are seeing, where I am going here. You are understanding what I'm trying to tell you, right? So that is what we have to do. Okay, so I'll clear everything. Okay, and maybe you can take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Well, after taking this screenshot, you text whether you have understood this or not till here. Okay. So yes, whiteboard. Okay. So let's write the program. Okay, let's write the program. So what I have to do is I have to write a for loop. Okay, where int I should start from 0 and I should be less than either binding dot length, either ar dot length, okay, either str dot length, because all the three have the same length. And definitely, above this I should have already told that is binding. Okay, so sorry, I have to tell I want a new memory. Okay, let's write from scratch, because this is what I normally do whenever I write a new array. Why? To store what type data? To store student type data. Okay, to store student type data. How much data you want? I want the data. I want the array length to be same as the age length. So age dot length I will tell. Okay, fine. The reference should be given somewhere. I'll give to the variable called as binding. Okay, I'll give binding here. One dimensional array it is. So I have to erase here. Okay. What is okay? Binding of what type? This binding is of what type? It's of student type. So I have to create like this. Then I is less than, I can tell age dot length, because all the three are same length. Then I plus plus I will tell. Now what I have to tell is in binding of 0, okay, in binding of I, you have to store new student, okay, new student of str of I, comma, age of I. Okay, so this is what you have to tell. What you're doing when your I value is 0, str of 0, age of 0, binded given to binding of 0. Then I becomes 1. I'll close the bracket, I becomes 1. So str of 1, age of 1, they're binded given to binding of 1. So I hope you're able to think, right, how it is going. So everything is stored in binding now. Okay. Yes. So that's it. Okay. This is the part where you have to bind. Now after binding, right, how to sort it? Yes, that's where you have to understand here. Watch here. If you have to sort an array, what's the method name? Arrays.sort. So I'll write here arrays, okay, dot sort. Okay, which array you want to sort? I want to sort the binding array. Okay, so I'll tell like this: binding array. I want to sort the binding array. Now, if I close this and if I put a semicolon, it will throw me one error, compile time error. Okay, because the sort method, it doesn't accept the complex object here. But I have to give one more information here. What I have to tell? I have to tell that, if you sort array, you method, you don't worry. I'll tell you this complex object, okay? complex object, how it has to be sorted, I will give one information. Okay, how this complex object has to be sorted, we have to tell it. Should you sort based on name or should you sort based on age? Okay, this information I have to give. Now, if I'm giving information, don't you think it has to be in the form of object actually? Because in Java, Java is object-oriented programming language, right? So everything is in the form of object here in Java. So what I have to do, I have to pass a obj object here. I have to pass a obj object. Okay, I have to pass an object. Now, if you are thinking, what is this obj? Okay, if you are thinking, what is this obj object? Okay, I will tell what is the object. Okay, okay, I will undo this. Okay, so this object, I will tell you what it is. It is a comparator object. Okay, so we have to create one comparator object. I will tell you how to create comparator object. You have to create that comparator object and we have to give it to the sort method. So sort method now accepts two parameters. One is which complex array to sort. Second one is how to sort it. So which array to sort and how to sort it. So this object is an object of a class. Okay, this obj, whatever you are seeing, that obj is the object of a class. So let me tell it here. Let me write it in a different color so that you'll understand. Okay. So I have to create one class actually, which I'll be creating later. So the class name can be anything here. So let me tell information. Okay, so I will tell the class name is information. Let me rename it as info. Okay, info is the class name. Info, I have to create a new object of info class. Info obj, okay, is equals to new info. This is what I have to tell. Okay, so what am I doing now? This info is a class and class object I have to create. So I have to tell info obj is equal to new info. I hope you remember that dog is equal to new dog. You are creating object of dog class. Same thing like that. I have to create object of info class. Once I create object of info class, all the information of the information is given to the obj, and that information I'm passing to the binding, sort method there. This is all we have to do. Okay, now what is that info class? I will tell you. How to write it, I will tell you. How to write information, I will tell you. But this is our main method here. Okay, this is our main method. That's it. Okay, we have to bind them. We have to bind str and age. After binding, we have to create an object of information class. After creating object of information class, I have to give that information to the sort method. That's it. Okay, simple concept. This screenshot you would take. Take this screenshot. I will tell you how to write this information class. So you have taken a screenshot, I think so. Now let me clear this and let me write the information class. Clear all drawings. Okay. Let me write here class. Okay, class info. Now since I am write the information about what? About how to sort. Okay, that's why I have to implement here. Okay, I have to implement one interface called as C uppercase. Okay, comparator interface. I have to implement comparator interface. Okay, now by default this comparator, what it will do is it will compare in the object level. Okay, I have to typecast it down by giving generics here. I have to tell what you're supposed to compare. You're supposed to compare student type object. Okay, don't you think that binding array was there? That binding array is of what type? That you have to tell here. Binding array is of the student type. So I will tell this much. Comparator based on student. Generic I will give. That's all in the signature of the class. Then I will define the class. Now one thing you have to understand. That is whenever you are implementing. Okay, whenever you're implementing the comparator interface, there is one method, abstract method is there. So we have to give the body for that. It is compulsorily we have to give the body. So the method name, exactly as it is method you have to write. Method signature, there is only one method in the comparator. So public, okay, int, compare. This is the method signature which you have to write. Okay, as it is you have to write. That's it. Okay, so what I'll do is I have written this. By default, it is object type. Okay, it receives two object type A and object type B. It receives two object here. Okay, but we are not dealing with objects now. I mean, yes, of course, you are dealing, but not object class. We are already one class, right? That is student class. That is why I'll remove this. Okay. So I have already given the generics as students. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. It is okay. So I already know what type of data you are going to get. You are going to get student type data. So I will tell student. Okay. Student F. F means the first object, and student type yes. Yes means the second object. Okay. See, this is how to write a compare method. Okay. So signature you have to write. You have to write public. Okay. You have to write public. You have to write int. You have to write compare. Okay. Then you have to write the class which is given as generic here. Okay, so student type F and student type S. I want you to understand, whenever the complex object is trying to be sorted, okay, the first number, that is the AR of I, you can consider this as your AR of I, the first number. This is your second number, AR of J. Okay, always remember, this is your first number, this is your second number, always. That's it. Now what I have to do, see the method here, return type is integer. Now you might be thinking, sir, should I, if I'm sorting, definitely I have to write, that swap method. No, you don't have to write a swap method, because internally it will only swap. You just have to give a positive value or a negative value. That's it. Okay. Now I'll tell you what I'm talking about. I will first change the color here. Okay. So in this method, what I have to write? Okay. What I have to write is like this. See, watch here. I will write a if condition. Okay. If condition. What I have to write there? See, now what is my duty? My duty is to sort, okay, based on age, right? My duty is to sort based on age. That is why I will take this first age, okay, f dot age. See, f is the object here, f is a reference. Inside that reference, okay, there is one age here. There is an age field. I have to ask if the, okay, let me, if f dot age, okay, is it greater than s dot age? So I hope you are noticing here, right? This is the same thing which you have written in the arrays, simple arrays. That is, if the first number is greater than second number, then swap. Remember, if you don't remember that, remember this. If AR of I is greater than AR of j, okay, then swap. This was the code, right? And this code was for what? Was for ascending order. Okay, was for ascending order. This was for ascending order. So same thing I have to do here. If f dot age, if it is greater than s dot age. Now don't you think the condition is true now? Then what I have to do? I have to swap. So how do I give information to the compiler here to swap? Remember, if you want to swap, you have to return any positive value, maybe 1 or 10 or 100 or 1000, any positive value you have to give. Okay, I hope you have understood. So what we are saying now, we are telling that if the first number is greater than the second number, means if the first number is greater than second number, then we have to swap it. And if we have to swap, the information we have to give is a positive value. If you give a positive value, it will swap. If you give a negative value, it will not swap. That's why for this if condition, there is one else condition. Okay. In the else condition, I'll tell return. Okay. Return any negative value, maybe -5, anything. It's your wish. Okay. I hope it is clear. This is it. Okay. This is it. Our job is done. Simple program it is. So in the first, I have to tell info. I have to implement comparator. Okay. And I have to tell the generics. And always the first object is given here and the second object is given here always. Okay. And I have to tell if the first age, if it is greater than the second age, then only I have to swap. And how I have to swap? By returning a positive number, because there is a return type, int. That's why I have to return a positive number. I hope you have understood it till here. Okay, if you have understood, you take the screenshot and comment whether you have understood or not. See, rest everything, it depends upon your practice. That's it. Okay, you have to keep on practicing these kind of programs. Okay, robotic voice. So, is it disturbing you, Snehashish? Is it irritating? I hope no, right? Okay. So, yes, you have understood. Okay. See, this is really important. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. So, I will close this. Hmm. So everything is done. Just I have to write the program now. Now I will tell you one more thing. Those who will understand, please grasp it. Those who will not understand, you can leave it. Okay, you can leave it. So for the next 3 minutes, okay, those who are not understanding, you can leave it empty. You can leave it blank. Now I have told in the some half an hour back. I have told on concept. So that concept is like this. We can write f minus s also, don't you think? Okay, f minus s. See, don't you think I'm returning a positive value? Agree? I'm returning a positive. If I'm returning a positive value, don't you think I can write, f dot age minus s dot age? So what I'll do now is I will erase. Okay, I'll erase this, and I will erase this here. Okay, I'll erase this. So I'll tell clearly now, if s dot age is greater than, I have to swap. So I have to return. I have to return what? A positive value. And by looking at the condition, I can clearly tell the positive value is nothing but I can directly obtain it by s dot f dot age minus s dot age. Don't you think so? If I put a semicolon here, don't you think this is correct now? Because imagine my f dot age is 10 and s dot age is 5. Is 10 greater than 5? Yes, 10 is greater than 5. That's why I'm doing 10 minus 5. What is 10 minus 5? 5. I'm returning a positive value, right? So that is why we can write like this also. Now, please tell me, does anyone have doubt? Does anyone have doubt in this line? Does anyone have doubt in this line? Okay. How I removed 1000 and how I replace it with f dot age minus s dot age? Did everyone understand here? Okay, what is this 1000 is a positive value, right? And I have replaced the positive value with another positive value. That's it. Now you might be thinking, sir, how can you guarantee that this is a positive value? We can guarantee this is a positive value by checking at the condition, right? If f dot age is always greater than s dot age, then 100 minus 10 will always be positive value. Okay, so I hope this concept is clear for you, right? If this concept is clear for you. Okay. Now, instead of writing minus 5, I can do one more thing, right? Yes, I can write. See, don't do the mistake, that don't do the mistake of writing like this, okay? Because since it is a else condition, people will write like this, In the if condition, f minus s. In the else condition, s minus f. No, don't interchange like that at all. Okay. Now, why will definitely it is s dot age. I'm not writing it here. Okay. So why you should not write like this? I'll tell you. Imagine my f value is 100 and my s value is 200. Right. Now tell me, my first value is 100 here and second value is 200. Should I swap them? No, right? I have to leave it as it is. If I have to leave as it is, I have to return a negative number. I have to return a negative number. That is what I have to do. Which means, now what will happen, you see. What is the f dot age here? 100. What is s dot age? 200. Is 100 greater than 200? No. No means else part. See in the else part what you are doing. In the else part you are telling second number 200 minus first number 100. What is 200 minus 100? That is 100. So don't you think you are returning a 100 now? You are returning 100, which is a positive value, which means you are telling, swap these two values. That's why you should not do all those things. Okay, what you have to tell here also is you have to tell f minus s only. Okay, you should not tell s minus f. Whatever you have told in if, same thing you have to tell in else. F dot age minus s dot age. Okay, this is what I have to tell. So let's take the example. Imagine my first number is 100 and my second number is 200. Let's take this test case here. Okay. So we'll check the condition. Okay. So what will happen is, I'll erase this. Okay. The code will be placed. 100 is placed here and 200 is placed here by the compiler. Now first number is 100 and second number is 200. It should not swap. So 100 will come here. Is 100 greater than 200? No, the condition is false. If the condition is false, your if will not execute. Your if will not execute. Your else will execute. Now what's the f value here? F value is 100 minus s value is 200. What is 100 minus 200? That is minus 100. If you are returning a minus value, what does it mean? It means that a don't swap. It is correct. It is in sorted order only. Okay. That is why when I return a negative value, the 100 and 200, they are not touched. They are kept as it is. They are not swapped. I hope you have understood here, right? What is going on. Now I'll undo this. And let's change the numbers here. Let's imagine the first number is 1000. Okay. First number is 1000 and second number is 200. Okay. Now, don't you think the first number is greater than the second number? We have to do swapping now. Now, if you have to do that, our if condition is checked. What is f dot age? Okay, that is 1000. Is 1000 greater than 200? Is 1000 greater than 200? Yes. If the condition is true, okay. If the condition is true, what you are doing? We are doing f dot age. What is f dot age? 1000 minus s dot age 200. 1000 minus 200 is 800. You are returning a positive value. 800 is a positive value. And if you return positive value, what it will do? It will swap. And yes, our first number and second number should be swapped because it is greater than that. I hope you have understood this concept. Please comment, did you understand this concept or not? Please comment. And you can take the screenshot also. Let me make it a little neat. Okay. In the meantime, you can take the screenshot. Okay, so yes, you can take the screenshot. Okay, Sri Yadav has one question. If age are same, that I will do in the next one. If the ages are same, then how to see the names, that we'll see later. Now I'm going step by step. Okay, so this is done. Now, one very important thing you see how I'm reducing the code now. Okay. See, I will ask one person. Okay. I'll ask one person is going on the road. I'll ask him, hey, are you married? I will ask. He will tell, yes, I am married. So I'll tell him, okay, you take this, juice. I'll tell him. Okay, he'll take the juice. I will ask the next person. I'll ask him, hey, are you married? He'll tell no. He's not married. Again, I'll give him that Coca-Cola juice. So you're noticing that if he's married also, I'm giving him Coca-Cola juice for free. If he's not married also, I'm giving Coca-Cola juice for free. Agree or not? If I'm giving Coca-Cola juice for everyone, should I ask a question, are you married or not? Are you agree? So we should not ask, we should not ask at all. You see here, whether the condition is true, I am executing one statement, right? I'm executing one statement here. Watch here. If the condition is true, I'm executing one statement. If the condition is false, I'm executing the same statement. Are you understanding? So if the condition is true or false, whatever the condition is, I'm executing the same statement. If such a condition is there, should I even ask a condition? Okay. I don't even have to ask a condition, right? So if I'm giving Coca-Cola juice for everyone for free, why should I even ask a question to him married or not? I can just give him, take this Coca-Cola juice, take this juice, take this juice. So same thing, what I'll do is see, the concept is like this. Whenever you see your if and else have the same body, whenever there is if and else have the same body, exact same body, then you don't have to write a condition. Now what I'll do is, I will tell here, don't write the condition, because whether the condition is true or whether the condition is false. Okay, so I'll remove this. Always you execute only one statement. Okay. This is very slow here. It's difficult. Okay, fine. So I hope you're able to understand, right? Now let's imagine what will happen. Let's imagine what will happen. Yes. Let's imagine first number is 100 and second number is 200. First number is smaller than second number. We should not swap. This is in the proper order. So it will come here. It will come here. What is f dot h? 100 minus s dot h 200. What is 100 minus 200? Minus 100. You are returning minus 100 means telling a don't swap. Yes, we are not swapping. Let's imagine we have 1000 here. First number is 1000. Okay, first number is 1000. So yes, first number is 1000. Second number is 200. What is 1000 minus? So this is first number is greater than second number. So 1000 minus 200 is 800 to positive 800. Whenever you see positive number, it means that positive number means swap. Yes, we have to swap. So this code is working. So I hope you have understood this concept till here. Please, if you have understood this concept, please comment yes. If you have not understood, please tell no. Okay. Okay. So okay. So everything is complete now. Okay. Our info class is complete. Okay. Why we have created info class? We have created info class to give the information to the sort method. Because by default, arrays.sort only sorts the simple object, not complex objects. So simple object will sort, but I am giving complex object. So for the sort method, I have to give object and information. But how to give information? Information should be given in the form of object only. That's why I have to create object of this info class. Okay. So please take this screenshot and I will start with the coding because everything is ready now. Okay, I'll start with the coding. Yeah, I hope you have taken this screenshot. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I will go and I'll start the code. So right now, is my screen visible? Right now, is the coding screen visible? Yes, okay, fine. So let me start to write here. So let's imagine we have ready with us, two arrays we have. So string type, str is, we have names like this. First one is Rama. Okay, the second name will be Vicky. The third name will be Sita. Okay, and fourth name will be Amit. Maybe let's say Amit. 4 names I have, and yes, I'll create one integer type age array. Okay, integer type age array. So I have to give Amit should have, since his name is smaller, he should ideally have the largest number so that example will be proper. Rama, let him have the age of maybe 18. Okay, and Vicky, let it be 3, and let it be 20 here. See, okay. So age is, everything is done. Now what I have to do above this class demo? Okay, I will create one class student. So I'll create this class. Okay, student. Don't write that implements comparator for the student. No, student should not implement. Student is a normal class. For the information class, you have to implement. Okay, not for this. So student class student. I have to. There are 2 names, like string name is there, and there is int age. Okay, 2 information. How would I like to give the values to these 2 instance variables? I would like to give the values. I would like to initialize the values using the constructor. So student. Okay, student. This constructor, it accepts 2 parameters. First one is string type name. The second one is integer type age. Now what I have to do is from the local variable name. Okay, see, don't write name is equals to name because see, local variables have the highest scope. So when you tell name equals to name, what will happen is the value from this variable is given to the same variable. Okay, but I don't want that. What I want is value from this local variable. The constructor which it received should be given to the class variable, should be given to this instance variable. So instance variable, I have to tell by the keyword this dot name. Okay, fine. So, and not only that, I have to tell, this dot age equals to age. This I have to do to overcome the shadowing problem. Now, you don't have to use this also. You don't have to use this. So, in that case, what I can do is to rename the variables here. I have to tell int n and I have to tell int a here. Okay, this is what I have to tell. And what I have to tell is the local variable n. Okay, the local variable n should be given to the instance variable name. Now you don't have to write this keyword here, but you can write if you want. Now, why there is no problem here? Why there is no problem? Because local variable n is trying to give the value to a local variable name. Okay, it's imagining that it's a local variable name, but is it a local variable? No. Okay, there is only one name. There is no confusion now. If there is a confusion between local and instance variable, then you have to give this keyword. But is there a confusion now? No, because there is no local variable called as name. So this is also fine. Okay, so let me undo it and let me give this dot age. This is all core Java concepts. Okay, okay, that's it. Our student class is done. So I'll come back here. Since my student class is done, I'll tell I want a new memory. I'll ask JVM. Oh, why you want new memory? Because I want to store student type data. Student type data. Array, since it's an array, I have to tell how much data you want to store. Okay, it is depending upon age dot length. Okay, age dot length, age dot length. Now I will give this, I will give this reference to one variable called as binding, because now I'm trying to bind it. I'll tell it as binding. It is not a simple variable. It is a variable pointing to one array. So I have to give those brackets, one dimensional array. And in Java, we have a rule, that left hand side and right hand side should be same. So this binding array, what type data it will store? This binding array, will it store integer type data? No, it will store student type data. So I have to tell student. Okay. The student type binding I have to tell. So we have created binding object, binding array. So as soon as I create binding array, I have to write like this actually. Write, binding of 0. In binding of 0, what I have to store? I have to store new student object. I have to store new student object. Okay. From constructor I have to call. Constructor I have to call. From where? From str of 0. Okay. And age of 0 should be given to binding of 0. Simple. Okay. Str of 0, age of 0 should be given to binding of 0. The same thing I have to tell for str of 1 and age of 1 should be given to binding of 1. We can write a for loop for this. So what I'll do is I'll write a for loop now, where int I should start from 0. I should be less than age dot length length age dot length and I plus plus. Okay. Okay. Now, yeah. Before I write the further code, I have to request you guys that these kind of problems, comparator using sorting, this is little difficult for everyone. So what I'll do is I'll upload this video in the YouTube. I'll share you the link. You guys share this link, okay, to your friends, so that they also understand how to solve these kind of problems. Okay. So let's continue. What I have to write is I have kept it as a reference. I'll delete it later, but I have kept it as a reference here. So I have to write here, binding of I is equals to new student. Okay, I'll copy this. So instead of copying, let me cut, yes. So new student str of I, okay, str of I and age of I. So that's it. Okay, that's it. So what this will do, it will bind. But after it binds, what am I supposed to do? After it binds, okay. So everything is in the array now. Everything is binded. I have to sort it. So arrays dot sort. Arrays dot sort. Which array you want to sort? I want to sort the array binding. Okay. Okay. Based on which information? Based on one object. Okay. Based on one object. Now what is that object? I have to tell here. That object is there, right? It is. I have to tell like this. I want a new memory. Why? Because I want to create an object. Object of which class? Info class. Okay, info class. I'll give it to obj, okay, of the type info. Okay, so I hope you have understood. I've created an info object and I am giving that. That's it. Okay, that's it. Now our last duty is to create one info class. So there is one class student. Below that, maybe above that, I will create one class called as class info. Okay, I'll create one class info. But this information, what I'm going to provide, this is information to how to sort. If this is the information to how to sort, how to implement that sort. Implement. Okay. Implements. Okay. It implements comparator. It implements on comparator. Now it is I'm trying to sort not a object type array. I'm trying to sort a student type array. I'm specific, right? I'm specific. If you are specific, you have to give the generics here. Okay, you have to give the generics. You have to tell student type data. That's all you have to tell. Now, since it is implementing, it's a core Java concept. I have to exactly write the signature here. That is public. Okay, it returns integer type, and the method name is compare. Okay, and this compare method, it accepts two parameters. First one is student type. Okay, student. Okay, student type first object, and it will get student type. Student type. Second object. Yes, I will tell yes. Two objects it will get. So what we have to do, as we have seen, I can directly write return, okay, f dot age minus s dot age. This is what I can return. Okay, this is what I can return. So this is, I hope we have understood in the last, topic that why we can write like this. That's it. So everything is done. Let me compile. Okay, let me compile. Any errors? No error. If I execute any output, no output. Why? Because I'm not printing anything, right? So I want to print now. So before printing, let's understand how will our object be. Okay, then only we can understand how to print. Actually, we can print using that, this toString method, but that is again different topic. It's actually easier, but let me not use toString. Okay, so let me share, new share. I'll share the whiteboard. Okay. Let's see how our object is after sorting. So if you have to print, we have to know how our object is after sorting. So yes, so the given objects were maybe like this. Let me see the code here so that I can understand. Okay. So just a minute, I'm seeing. So Rama has the value 18. So I'll write here Rama has the value 18. Then Vicky has value. Okay. So Vicky has the value 3. Then Sita has the value 20. So Sita has the value 20. Okay. Then one more last one. Let me write 20 here. Okay. Amit has a value 25. Okay. Amit, okay, has a value 25. So what do we have now is we after sorting, we have one array now. What's the name of the array? Name of the array is binding. Okay. And what do we actually have? We have an object here. Okay. I'm telling you the exact memory level diagram here. Okay. So we have an array that is binding, and definitely this array, don't you think this has some starting value? Maybe I'll tell 1000. Okay. This has some starting value 1000. This has 4 sections here like this. So what happened is when you create a student object, this is a student object, okay, and it has address 2000. That 2000 is stored here, okay, so that it will point to this object. And there is one more student object whose address is 3000. So in this array, you are storing the address of an object. You are storing the address of an object 4000, where in the memory, in the 4000 address there is one more student object, and so this is how it is, object is there with the address 5000. This is how it is. I hope all of you already know this because I have done in this your arrays class. Okay. So index is also there. Now for each object after sorting, I'm talking about after sorting. Okay. First the lowest value is 3, right? So 3 and Vicky will come. Okay. And here it is 18 and Rama will come. Right. And it's 20 and Sita will come here. And it is 25 and Amit. So this is how your object will look after sorting. Now, if I write a program here, watch here. If I write a program, where print, for loop, I'll write for loop. I should start from 0. I should be less than length I plus plus. And if I write system.out.print, see, don't print binding. Okay, don't print binding of I. Don't do that, because if it will print binding of I value 0. What is binding of 0? Binding of 0 is an address actually. Agree or not? Yes. So binding of 0 is an address. So if I write a for loop like that, watch here, it will print so many addresses. So what I'll do is, watch here, I will go to the code. After sorting the array, I'll write a for loop. Okay. Or where int I should start from 0, I should be less than binding, okay, binding dot length, then I plus plus. So I'll print now system dot out dot println. Okay, don't print, binding of I. Okay. Now if I compile, you know that what is there in the binding? It is an address of which class? Of which class? Of student class, right? That is why you will get the addresses of student object. Okay, simple. Now what I want is, watch here. I'll show it to you. Okay. I have not completely written this object in a proper manner, so let me write it in a proper manner. That is, wiki is nothing but name. Okay, name is wiki. Age is 3. So each and every object has this attribute called as name and age. So here also it is name and it is age. Okay, name and age. Yes. So when you told, that is binding of 0. Binding of 0 will give you 2000. Yes. In that address, do you want name or do you want age? That is what I have to tell. Now let me tell I want age. Okay. Let me tell I want age. In that case, what I have to tell is, okay, I have to tell like this. Binding, okay, binding of I. This is one object. For this, I will apply one dot operator and I'll tell age. So this is what I have to tell. Because binding of I, okay, this binding of I will give you the address 2000. What you have to tell? You have to tell, go to the 2000 object and make a hole in that object and get me the age information you have to tell. Okay. So 2000.age you have to tell. That is binding of I dot age you have to tell. Okay. So let me go back and let me try whether that is what I have to tell or not. Okay. So I will go to the screen share. I'll go to the code. Okay. In my code, what we got to know, that I'll tell binding of I dot age. Okay, let's see. Okay. See, don't you think age is in the sorted order now? See, we got the age in sorted order. Right? Age is in sorted order. Now, I will remove this age and I'll tell name. Let's see whether the name is also in sorted order or not. Let's see. If I execute, so the name should be Vicky Rama Sita Amit, right? Vicky Rama Sita Amit. So let me go there and let me see, is it like that or not? Vicky Rama Sita Amit. So let's see. I'll go to the whiteboard. You can see there, that it is Vicky first, Rama, Sita, and Amit. So we have sorted the complex object using comparator. Okay. So how do we print it, right? The question is, how do we print it? Okay. So I started the classes 5:30, no? Okay. So how do we print? We'll finish this topic. So okay. So I want to print the age first, then I have to print the name. So it is simple. I have to use concatenation operator. This is a simple program. So I will copy. I'll tell, age. Okay. First there should be age. Then there should be some 2 dashes. Then there should be one name. So for each object, I am printing that object's name, object's age, object's name. For next object, object's age, object's name. I hope you have understood, So if I compile and execute, we will get this output. Okay. See, we will get this output like this. 3, wiki, 18. So this is the way. Now I'll tell you how to do using, that toString method, inbuilt method, toString method. Because to print complex objects, don't you think this is a little hard work? That is why what we can tell is like this. Okay. What I'll tell is, print binding of I only. This is what I will tell, print binding of I. Now what will happen if I tell print binding of I? Definitely in binding of I, what is present? Address is present, right? In binding of I, address is present, it will print the address. That is why it is printing address, because it has confusion now. It has confusion. Hey, should I print the name or should I print the age? What do you want me to print? It's getting confused. That's why you have to help it now. How do I help it? I have to go to the student class. Okay, I have to go to the student class. In the student class, what I have to do is I have to override one method. Okay, the method signature, okay, is public, okay, public string, okay, public string, okay, string to string is a method name, okay, public string to string is a method name. This method doesn't accept anything, but this method, it returns one string. It returns one string. So what, when this will execute, I will tell you when this will execute. This will execute when you try to print its address. Okay. Now, don't you think we are actually printing its address? Student at the rate, some hash code is there. We are trying to print its address. Whenever we are trying to print the address, what will happen is it will stop printing the address and it will start printing whatever you tell here. What as of now I'll tell, return hi. I will tell return hi. So I will return hi. So what will happen? Whenever I try to print the address of a student object, every time what is printed? Hi is printed. Okay, since the method return signature is string type, I am returning one string type. So let me compare and see. So whenever I'm trying to print a student type object, hi should get printed. See, hi is getting printed. Now what I have to tell? I have to tell don't print hi. Okay, what you have to print is you have to print the age. You maybe 4 dash. Then you print the name. This is what I want you to do. So every object, each and every object, its age and its name will be printed. Not other objects' name and age. Okay, its name and its age. So this is the way where we can do it more efficiently. And if you write a program like this in your coding interviews, they'll understand that yes, object orientation concept. See, we have got the output. Okay, I hope the toString method also you have understood here. Okay, you just have to practice. Definitely all of this is very easy. So if you notice, the so big program, we have reduced it to small program like this. Okay. So the next concept I will teach you tomorrow. Okay, that is what if you can try it today. Okay, you can try it today. If it is not possible, then I'll teach you tomorrow. You create one more variable. Okay, for your homework it is you create one more variable for the student. Okay, one more variable int age, int name, and float marks. Float marks. So these three things are there. Okay, which means you have to give one float type array here. Okay, float type mark, float type marks is equals to, you have to give that float type. Marks is 1% was 60%, 60.55%. Okay, 60.55%. The second person has got like that, and definitely you have to write F here, right? Because if you don't give it, it's a double, can't be stored in float type. All these things you have to know. Okay, so like that you give marks. Now what I want you to do is, if the ages are same, then check the marks and make it in descending order. Okay, now what we're doing, we are yes, I think for one example we can give so that you'll understand the question clearly. So let me go to the share screen. Here I'll clear everything, clear all drawings. So let's imagine one object is there whose name is A. Okay, age is 20, marks is 65.6. Second object is there, name is B, mark age is 18, 35.6. Okay, and it is C, age is 25. Let's say age is 25, mark is 99%. Okay, 99.0%. Okay, this is his mark. Okay, now one more, let me create person D with the same age, right? Because I want the same age. So if it is same age, I would like to make it as maybe 20. Okay, and I would like to keep it as 30%. Yes. So this is our question. Now, what I want the output as, I want the age to be in ascending order. Age is in ascending order. So first age is 18 of the person B and his mark is 35.6. Second age, shortest age is 20. Okay. Yes. And the second, one more object is also 20. Two objects have 20. Right. Now, if the ages should be in ascending order, but the mark should be in descending order. So which 20 has the greatest mark? 65.6. This has the greatest mark. Then this 30% has lower marks. So 65 is of the person A, 30 is of the person D. Okay. So this is what you have to do. And finally, the age is 25 for the person C and his mark is 99. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to make this in ascending order. Okay. Ascending order. But if the values are same, okay, you have to look at the values and look at the values of the marks and do it in descending order. I hope this concept question is clear. I think all of you have understood it. If you have understood, please tell yes. Okay. If you are not understood, you tell no. I want to know, and please text in the group, okay, whether you have understood or not. Now I will, stop the sharing. I have to go somewhere urgently. So please in the group, you text whether you have understood or not.